Good afternoon, everyone. This is James at Lock in the Value talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto, and in particular, we're going to focus on Wax. Now, when I talk about a project, I like to look at the team, the economics of the project, if there's a market for the project, and the community in a project. They're the four biggest factors for me. And starting with the team for Wax, it's the co-founder has some serious credentials. So the co-founder is William Edward Quigley. But to put this into context, this guy was one of the co-founders for Tether. Okay, Tether, everyone in the space knows Tether, and the Tether itself has spurned so many more stable coins as a result. Okay, he was also one of the earliest backers in mastercoin, and mastercoin, you got to bear in mind, invented the concept of a smart contract. So, and that system, is still in place. Smart contracts are so heavily used at the moment, and to have that alone is impressive. But then, his experience in venture capital and Walt Disney Company is impressive. So you'd be very confident with this man as your leader in terms of a project. Now, the next thing is actually check out their community and their Medium and their YouTube. So that guy, William Quigley, does a lot of videos on uh, YouTube, does a lot of videos on Medium, or the YouTube videos put on Medium, talking about his perception of the market at the moment and what could happen and what's going to be important. And it's really really worth listening. So as an example, there was a video that I watched 10-15 minutes ago, and it was on none of these. It was on the top three things that he believes will actually push the market forward in terms of mass adoption, and that's their biggest goal, by the way. Wax. So Wax is trying to push forward mass adoption. So Wax stands for Worldwide Asset Exchange. Okay, so you buy, sell, and trade virtual items. Okay, which is a big market. And you bear in mind, like a huge part of this that you can see on their Medium and on their site is about digital cards. So you think about baseball card trading in America. It's huge. It's huge. If you get a mint card, if you get a card, you keep it mint condition, you're going to make thousands. I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk, his YouTube channel, he constantly talks about buying and selling. He still does that now for fun, and he still makes profits on that. And it's the same principle. But virtual items are going to be more and more prevalent as technology improves. This is a huge market that is really completely unsaturated. There's a brilliant idea here, and pushing on from it, I think it's going to end up being a huge force in terms of pushing the cryptocurrency industry forward, because virtual items will be far more prevalent, far more prevalent. Um, and like I say, the idea behind it is really unique. It's like the eBay for virtual items. I love it. In terms of and like I say, there is a huge market for that. Another thing that really pleases me is that they've set up wax.school. Now, I watched one of their courses yesterday. So they've got courses on blockchain basics, Wax Basics 1 and Wax Basics 2. They've got stuff on digital collectibles. Now that's what a lot of the market is at the moment, or certainly within Wax, a lot of market movement is about digital cards and whatnot. So doing a course on that where you can understand what the appeal is, I really couldn't recommend that enough. It's free, by the way. I can click on it right now. It's completely free. I can sign up and I can start learning why the hell I should be interested in potentially getting virtual assets. And on top, so and any project that's pushing understanding, pushing cryptocurrency understanding into people's minds is a good thing. Horizon does it. I love that. I love the fact that Wax does this. Makes me very, very happy to see, and I think it's only going to benefit the space. And it's a free course, so I can click on it straight away and take the free course. And you know, there's so much within this because they're looking at gaming as well, by the way. And now, and join you on in terms of Wax's dapps. So now, obviously, Ethereum's the king of dapp development. No one's arguing that. But in terms of actually the dapps that they've got on the market at the moment, they're actually doing pretty good usage per day. You know, 45,000, 25,000. You know, I know it's not comparable to, say, the Ethereum one, but you wouldn't expect it to be yet anyway. Ethereum's been in that space for a long time. But actually, the dapp score, the highest rated app, dapp, on the entire site is EarnBet, which is built on the Wax blockchain. But if you actually check it out, there is a lot. Prospectors is one of the games, but more and more games are coming into Wax. And in one of William's videos, he talks about gaming being something that he thinks will be instrumental in the push for blockchain to be taken up more. And if the system can be put in place where blockchain is used within games, it's going to be a huge, huge mover. It's going to make a huge move in the market. It's going to shift everything positive. So I expect to see far more and more and more and more and more gaming dapps on the Wax blockchain. And again, he talks about it in some of the videos. Wax is a staking coin as well, by the way. It's 4.11% per year. Now, you also get rewards when you vote. When you're staking, if you do a vote, you get rewarded for that as well. So 4.11 is not huge, obviously comparable to there's a lot, you know, Icon 17%. But 4% is still massive compared to any bank. And you got to weigh up, is it undervalued as a project? It's at 5.5 cents. Now, I think it is undervalued. I think given the fact that we're looking at very possibly a huge market maker in terms of virtual assets being bought and sold, I think this could be a massive, massive gain in the long run. Like, in the short term, maybe not. But if you're like me and you're going, cryptocurrency investments are long-term investments, then this could very well be one worth doing. And like I say, the listening to the people in the space is important. So check out the Medium articles and check out the YouTube videos. But as an undervalued currency, I think it's very clear that it is. You know, the volume, I mean, actual actions taken on some of these blockchains are huge. I know the users might be small, but 2,229 people performing 206,000 actions. You know, even if it's small repeat bets and whatever it is, you know, there's obviously a lot of value to these projects, to these games, to these dapps, because people are constantly using them. So really, really interesting project. There's a lot different about Wax compared to other things out there. If you're not familiar, check them out. They've got a very active community as well. So community was the last thing that I was talking about. So if you want to check out Wax's community, trying to remember where it is. I can't find it now. Community. So you click on the community, and they've got a lot of partners as well. So let's just pop here onto Wax community. Wow, my computer's slow. Right, there we go. So they've got Medium, which I've talked about, definitely worth a look. Their YouTube channel is gowax.io at YouTube. So their featured partners are Topps, which is the most prestigious producer of trading cards and collectibles, and obviously um, they've created their own digital trading cards, which is a major thing, and I think it's going to be massive. Itam Games is Korea's market-leading mobile games platform. And Korea has some major development in terms of the technology used in South Korea. It's so far ahead of pretty much the rest of the world. You know, you've got 5G on the underground in Korea. VGO skins are digital items generated using blockchain technology. We've got Robot Cash, Terra Virtua. Owners of a digital item that are trading a Wax blockchain will be able to interact with them in virtual reality. Nice. Animoca is a game studio. So you can see that the push here on development is going to be gaming. And we've said, and founder of Call of Duty, I really admire the Wax founders. They're the leaders in the field, not being complacent in what they've done with their skins trading site, OP Skins, but setting themselves up to revolutionize the gaming space. It's definitely something I want to be involved in. That's the founder of Call of Duty. You know, they're big names. This is a very, very interesting project. And what I would suggest is you really check this out in depth. I absolutely intend to. And in terms of a long-term investment, I think Wax could be a big money maker. Could be a big money maker. And if I was gonna, if I got the chance, I would absolutely want to ask what the next steps are going to be beyond gaming, because someone like the co-founders, the people that are the co-founders, are going to be thinking a few steps ahead. But as a long-term project, you should be excited about this one. It's so different and it's so interesting, and it could be something that ends up being one of the biggest pushers of mass adoption. So I'm very excited about this. I hope no one got ripped off in the Twitter hack. I talked about that yesterday. If you did, make sure you let Coinbase know if you did anything through Coinbase, because they're working on refunding anyone that sent Bitcoin there. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you all have a good weekend. Take care, stay safe, and keep that crypto safe.